So guys, last video for the day. I hope you enjoy me blowing up your subs feed. But anyway, let's jump into it, because this story, I'm sorry, I just couldn't leave it alone. I was tempted to, but there's so much bullshit. But let's jump into it. Manafort held secret talks with Assange in Ecuadorian embassy, sources say. Oh, look at that. Mainstream media using sources again. Let's jump into it. Trump ally met with Wikileaks founder months before email hacks by Russia were published, allegedly. Donald Trump's former campaign manager, Paul Manafort, held secret talks with Julian Assange inside the Ecuadorian embassy in London and visitors around the time he joined the Trump campaign. The Guardian has been told. By who? Let's keep going. Sources have said Manafort went to see Assange in 2013, 2015 and in spring of 2016, during the period when he was made a key figure in Trump's push for the White House. It's unclear why Manafort would have wanted to see Assange and what was discussed, but the latest apparent meeting, and the apparent is the key there, is likely to come under scrutiny and could interest Rob Mueller, the special prosecutor who is investigating the alleged collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, which still hasn't found anything, except for a bunch of people posting Facebook ads. But moving along. A well-placed source has told The Guardian that Manafort went to see Assange around March 2016. Months later, Wikileaks released a stash of Democratic emails stolen by Russian intelligence officers. We're still pushing that narrative, are we? Manafort, 69, denies involvement in the hack and says the claim is 100% false. His lawyer declined to answer The Guardian's question about the visits. In a series of tweets, WikiLeaks said Assange and Manafort had not met. Assange described the story as a hoax. So at the end of the day, obviously Manafort was jailed this year and was thought to have become a star cooperator in the Mueller inquiry. But on Monday, Mueller said Manafort had repeatedly lied to the FBI, which is what they arrested him for, despite agreeing to cooperate 2 months ago in a plea deal. According to a court document, Manafort had committed crimes and lies on various of subject matters. His defense team says he believes what he is told by Mueller to be truthful and has not violated his deal. He believes what he has told Mueller to be truthful and has not violated his deal. So Manafort's first visit to the embassy took place after a year after Assange sought asylum inside, two sources say. A separate internal document written by Ecuadorian Security Intelligence Agency has seen by The Guardian lists Paul Manafort as one of several well-known guests. It also mentions Russians. According to the sources, Manafort returned to the embassy in 2015. He paid another visit in spring of 2016, turning up alone around the time that Trump named him as his convention manager. The visit is tentatively dated to March. Manafort's 2016 visit to Assange lasted about 40 minutes, one source said, adding that the American was casually dressed and when he exited the embassy wearing sandy-coloured clinons, I might be mispronouncing, and a cardigan, and lightly coloured shirt. Visitors normally register with the embassy security guards and show their passport. Sources in Ecuador, however, say Manafort was not logged. Embassy staff were aware only later of the potential significance of Manafort's visit, and his political role with Trump is understood. So the revelation could be shed new light on the consequences of run-up in the summer 2000 when WikiLeaks published thousands of emails hacked by Russian military intelligence agencies, allegedly. Hillary Clinton has said the hack contributed to her defeat because she's blamed everybody else for everything. Look, at the end of the day, let's keep going, I suppose. So previously unreported Manafort-Assange connection is likely to be of interest to Mueller, who has been investigating possible contacts between WikiLeaks associates of Trump, including the political lobbyist Roger Stone and Donald Trump Jr. One key question is whether the Trump campaign was aware of the Kremlin's hacking operation. Prove to me they hacked anything, please, for the love of God. And what, if anything, did encourage it? Trump has repeatedly denied collusion. There still is no proof to this day that Russia hacked this election. Stop stating it as fact because it isn't. Okay? The only thing Robert Mueller has found about Russia and this election is that Russia had an ad campaign running on Facebook and Twitter and a couple other social media places where they went through and ran ads for Trump as well as Hillary and Bernie Sanders and a whole bunch of other contestants. Okay? There was no preferential treatment. There was no hacking the election that we know of. Yet they still want to claim it as 100% certainty because they can't believe that their candidate lost because she's just awful. But moving along. Earlier this year, Mueller indicted 12 GRU intelligence officers for carrying out the hack, which began in March 2016. The 12 GRU intelligence officers ran a Facebook ad. That's what they're calling hacking now. Oh my God. In June of that year, Wikileaks emailed the GRU via intermediary seeking the DNC material. After failed attempts, Vladimir Putin's spies sent the document to mid-July to WikiLeaks as an encrypted attachment. Okay. According to sources, Manafort's acquaintance with Assange goes back to at least 5 years to late 2012 or 2013, when the Americans were working in Ukraine and advising its Moscow-friendly president, Viktor Yanukovych, I might be mispronouncing. Why Manafort might have sought out Assange in 2013 is unclear. During this period, the veteran consultant was involved in black operations against Yanukovych's chief political rival, Yanukovych, who blah blah blah. Look, this article is just so much bullshit. But anyway. As for them, Mueller indicts 12 against Russian spies for DNC hack. That's their claim. This is what it is. They're claiming that the 12 people that ran this advertising campaign are apparently Russian spies. Because, we say they are. So, Anyway. It's all part of this advertising campaign thing that they had. But like I said, they advertised, as far as I understand anyway, there is absolutely nothing to this date that proves that Russia hacked the election. In fact, there's actually a lot of proof that they didn't hack the election, or the DNC at least, because of the transfer rates. There is a thing where they've gone through and they've worked out the speed of the transfer rates. We've actually made a video on it. And the transfer rates show that they would have had to be local, not over the internet. So, But anyway, my narrative. Look, at the end of the day, do I think Assange met with Manafort? Look, probably. I'm not sure if he met in 2016, but he obviously knows Manafort. And he obviously knew Manafort long before Trump was running the election. Before Trump was running for election. So at the end of the day, unless Julian Assange has a crystal ball that somehow knew that Trump was going to run for president 5 years later or so, I really don't think this is related. Okay? Sure, maybe Manafort turned up to see if Assange had anything that they could use to get on dirt on Hillary. Maybe. I don't know. It's not illegal at the best of point of time. Hillary Clinton has literally done the exact same stuff with the Steele dossier, which, by the way, was supposed to be Oppo research for her campaign. So, glass houses and all. And at the end of the day, I don't believe this whole Russian hacked the election thing. I'm sorry, it's this whole Russian narrative has gone from Russia hacked the election to Russia meddled in the election to Russia ran a few Facebook ads. I'm sorry, but the whole lot is just bullshit. It really is. And you literally have WikiLeaks turning around saying Julian Assange has never met Paul Manafort, or at least not in this instance. Paul Manafort has said he didn't meet Julian Assange in this instance. So, look, I don't believe Manafort. I think he's a crook and he lies. Sure, great, terrific, whatever. But at the end of the day, I believe Assange, and Assange says he didn't meet him, so be it. I really think that this is nothing, and I really think that the media is trying to make this up to be something, because at the end of the day, they need it. They really need this to be something, because narrative, we want to impeach Trump, and we've got nothing on him, so let's try this Russia narrative for the 4th millionth time, and I know the horse has been flogged to death, and I know it's beaten into a pulp, but let's give it one more swing, and hopefully we can bring this thing back to life, is literally what I'm thinking the Democratic Party is trying right now. And in fact, if you want proof that this story is most likely nothing but complete bullshit, Wikileaks has launched legal fund to sue The Guardian for publishing an entire fabricated story. Manafort held a secret talks with Assange in the Ecuadorian embassy. Yes, Wikileaks is now literally suing The Guardian for this. Now, look, I don't like their chances of winning this because it's going to come under freedom of speech and everything like that. I'm presuming they're going to go for defamation. It's an uphill battle. But the fact that Wikileaks is actually willing to sue over this shows you that they probably really shouldn't believe this story. Which is what I thought all along. But let's jump into this part. So, help Wikileaks sue the Guardian for fabrication of the story. Julian Assange held secret meetings with Paul Manafort. The Guardian has published claims from unnamed sources that Paul Manafort had a secret talks with Julian Assange in the Ecuadorian embassy in London on 3 occasions. These claims are completely false, and the story has been fabricated. Update. Paul Manafort has issued a statement unequivocally denying the alleged visions. The story is totally false and deliberately libelous. I've never met Julian Assange or anyone connected to him. I've never been in contact with anyone connected to WikiLeaks, either directly or indirectly. I have never reached out to Assange or WikiLeaks on any matter. We consider all legal options against The Guardian, who proceeded with this story even after being notified by my representatives that it was false. The embassy visitor logs maintained by Ecuador shows no visits since they did not occur. This is not the first time that The Guardian and participant in his rise, Luke Harding, have fabricated a story about Assange. WikiLeaks is suing The Guardian for libel over the serious fabrication. Bringing legal action in the UK courts is extremely expensive. WikiLeaks is entirely funded by the public and urgently needs your support. We must hold The Guardian to account. Your contributions will make this lawsuit possible. Please make any donation today. It's been up for about an hour, 2 hours, sorry, and it's already raised over $14,000, so good move. Look, guys, obviously, if you do have any money, please feel free to donate to this if you do want to help them out. At the very least, share this video. And that will obviously get more people talking about this and more people donating. Look, obviously they're not going to be protected by the First Amendment speech. I thought they were going to go to the UK courts, US courts. It's not. It's UK. It's possible they might win this, and it'd be very interesting to see what The Guardian does, considering the fact that my video has their recorded article in it. So they could probably use it in court. But look, yeah, at the end of the day, in case they go to edit it. But yeah, guys, like I say, look, my whole theory was that this story was complete BS. And now you literally have The Guardian being sued, reportedly, from WikiLeaks. You have Paul Manafort claiming it didn't happen. Julian Assange is claiming it didn't happen. The Ecuadorian embassy is saying they have no logs of it. And The Guardian's still running this story. It kind of makes you what motive they might have and what deep state ties they might have. But, interesting little one. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you believe this story? Do you believe that Assange met with Manafort? Or do you think, like me, that it's a complete load of crap? Like I said, he's willing to sue them. So I'm thinking it's a complete load of crap. I really, really do. because let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I am going to go to bed. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.